Guys, it's James. As you can see, got a bit of a different setup here today. I'm not on the computer, I'm on my phone, just talking to it again. So today I just want to come up with a bit of a quick recording to you guys saying about the daily uploads thing. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to do daily uploads at all because I have a two set days to be on the Xbox, two set days to be on the computer. So daily uploads are not going to be a thing. But I get the feeling you guys have been questioning how I've met a few of my friends. Now, the way I met my friend Sonic, you know him from like a lot of my older videos when I had Skype, where I could use Skype to talk to them and stuff. You remember them. So, Sonic was one of my first friends that I had ever met. He was a good guy. Good guy. Um, it was actually the first friend I had met. So, me and him, he had Minecraft for about a month, maybe a month and a half, somewhere around there. And I had just gotten Minecraft the day before. So, I had seen the Minecraft multiplayer list. I had gone online, looked up some servers, and found this cool X Run server called, I can't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's rsmv.net. So, I went on there. The very first person I see is Sonic. He has a Sonic the Hedgehog skin, but his name is not what it currently is. His name is currently NYC Subway, but his name then was Sonic the H-Hog 2000. I don't know why it was 2000, but it was. So, that was his account name at the time. I had made a move asking him, "Hey, do you have Skype?" He had said yes, so we ended up connecting with each other on Skype, just doing text chat for a while. Then eventually we both built up the courage to do a call. This was much later. About a month after we had met each other and started talking in the Skype chat, telling each other a little bit about ourselves. And about a month later, Sonic had found this server called, what is it? JujuCraft.net. Now that server had a recent uprising where it was coming back. It didn't reach this. It didn't reach the goal of the cash it needed to come back. So rip JujuCraft again. It did go down quite a while after we found it, about maybe a year and a half later. So we had all looked around. He found that server and said, "Hey, Eagle." My name back then was Eagle. So, yeah. "Hey, Eagle, I found this really cool creative server called JujuCraft. You want to join it?" I said, "Sure." So, we both dropped what we were doing, put it in the IP, jumped on that server. JujuCraft was a really small server at that time. Really small. Now, about a week to 2 weeks later, Sonic and I had decided on July 14th or June 14th, I think it was like a 27th of June or July, that we would create something to be remembered on that server. That was the EagleSonic. EagleSonic was our envision of like a mini game thing. It was mini games. That was our envision. That was our vision. Mini games. Sorry if I keep looking down. I'm looking at the screen to make sure it's recording still. But our dream was that. Mini games stuff. We got it. We built it. We finished it. It had a racing track, a hotel, a shoe which we lived in at the time, and a minigame center. So, that same day, Sonic decided, for the opening of EagleSonic, to host a minigame center, to host a race. Cars were not available at this time. This was much back then. This was like 1.7 and shit like that. So, You just had to run. Speed potions were allowed. You had to run. Just run. So that's what players who were doing that did. They just ran. Bry was one of those contenders. His name was Bry Six Guy back then. He finished second place to one of our other friends. I think his name was Sean. Maybe that wasn't the guy. But if it was, Sean was first place. And he came back when DeadX was a thing. I'll get to that later. Now, Bry had asked us if we had Skype. Me and Sonic at the time were actually talking on Skype. So we said, yeah. Brian gave us his Skype contact. I added him to the call. Sonic added him, and yeah, we just became best of friends after that. So for a while, JujuCraft was going well. Pretty smooth. Until the FNAF apocalypse hit. Now, if you don't know what I mean by that, I mean Five Nights at Freddy's had come out literally the day when I had gotten on that day. FNAF had come out. I was low on Steam cash. I had none. And FNAF was an expensive game then. So I didn't have time to buy it. I couldn't. So what I ended up doing was pirating it. I ended up getting a stolen copy from one of my friends. Transfer it to me. Now, FNAF 3 and 2 are where another friend comes in. Well, two others. The FNAF part involves one. The other part, which is back on Minecraft, involves the other. So, what basically happened was I was talking to my friends, and then eventually I said, I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. So I logged off of Minecraft, logged off Skype, went on to FNAF, and got really interested in it. I was so interested, I decided to go on Minecraft, change my name to MC Fritz the Fox. Fritz for one of the characters that was in the game of FNAF 2. FNAF 2 had come out already. I had once again gotten a pirated copy of the game. So FNAF 2 was out. I became Fritz. I had built when FNAF 3 predictions were coming out, I had decided I'm going to predict what FNAF 3 is like. So, with the help of a new friend at the time, this friend is currently known as Julie. I will not reveal her name back then because she does not want it to be revealed at all. Unless she gives me permission to reveal. Now, I did not ask yet, so I'm not sure. But she, back then, was named MC Bonnie the Bunny. We had a bit of a conversation for a while. We talked and talked and talked. Then she introduced her brother, which he is currently known as Lucas. Lucas, me, and Julie became best friends because we all loved FNAF at the time. So they had helped me build FNAF 3, along with one of our other friends, Hunter the Man. He had done the redstone there for us because I didn't know how to do redstone. Lucas knew how to do a little bit, and Julie knew how to do a lot, but we weren't very good at it. So we called in Hunter. Hunter was nice to them for a while, and then he just sort of dropped from existence for a while. This is also where we get Elijah coming. I was in the 6th grade at the time when I had learned FNAF was a thing. And I started talking to Elijah, and he mentioned he had a Minecraft account and Skype. I added him on both, told him the server name. He hopped on, and we decided to employ Elijah onto our team, as well as Julie and Lucas. Now, about a month and a half later, that's when I changed my name to MC Fritz. I was still known as Eagle Eye back then. About a month and a half later, I changed my name to MC Fritz. I had made plot admins as Hunter, me as Hunter, my own name that I was changing it to, Julie and Lucas. My name didn't go through, so I was stuck without the plot. They had to do everything on the plot while I was announcing it. Eventually, we gave up on it. We met a lot of cool friends there. But then, that same day, the owner came on and announced that the server was going down tomorrow. It was sad. We'd created the meme on there called YESTERDAT. This was Brian back then. He was trying to spell, oh yeah, I went into town yesterday. Instead, he said, I went into town yesterday. It became a pretty funny meme. There were about 300 people online at the time. So it became a meme. A real meme at the point. So we had a bit of a conversation between each other and said, we're going to keep this for a long time. It's going to be a meme. So then, JujuCraft died. Sonic found another creative server. We employed Julie and Lucas as builders. Elijah again. This is where we meet Stephen and Anthony as well. Bry did not like FNAF at all. Now, at the time, Julie had FNAF 3 when it came out. I didn't, and I wanted it. So Julie gave me access to her Steam account to get the game on mine. I thanked her so much for that. I played it for a while, beat it, and gave it back to her. I didn't have any point in playing it. So, but for some unknown reason, it stayed in my account, even though I had returned the game. It stayed on my account. Yay! I still have FNAF 3, I said. Oh, okay. So, we went back to conversating for a while. I played FNAF 3 for a little while longer, figuring out things, getting jump scared a lot. I admit I was a real pussy back then. I freaked out. My voice was insanely high. Much higher than it currently is. But what ended up happening is I had built an entire FNAF restaurant on DeadX at the time. It was big, and it was really detailed. I had built the whole thing. I built where the guard was. I built where the animatronics would be, and I built the dining area and a play area. I built everything on my own, including a back room where Springtrap and Golden Freddy were. It said employees only. So, nobody went back there. Nobody even came to the plot anymore because we never opened it, due to Brian, saying, we're never going to get any business on this plot, why are we still using it? So, he gave up on it. Got offline for a few days. Then, that's when his FNAF hate came to a peak. He came online one day while I was offline. I was at school at the time. He had a day off complete. I was not supposed to be on the computer that day because my brother wanted it. So I said, fine, you can have it. We had the Xbox at the time. We were having an argument over the Xbox 360. So he said, I'll take the computer, you take the Xbox one day. All the time. Okay. So that was our deal. We sometimes abused it when the other person didn't want the other console. So one day, Sam got on the computer. He did not know DeadX. He didn't go on it. He played Mineplex mostly and just fucked around for a while. Then he got offline. Came back here and said, alright, I'm done. You can go on. So I logged off of whatever game I was playing. I think I was playing Black Ops 2. I went on the computer. It was about 9 o'clock at night on a weekend, so I had time. I got on to DeadX to see what we called EagleSonic 3, griefed and destroyed. Completely destroyed. That was EagleSonic 2. Never mind. It was EagleSonic 2. We did have a 2 on Juju, but it wasn't fully complete yet. So we scrapped that. Moved over to DeadX after it died. Moved on to DeadX after Juju died. And created ES2 on there with the EagleSonic Mansion, which has become a staple of us now, to create a mansion for us to live in. So after a while, we got bored. Brian got bored. And admin got bored. And then I got pissed at the fact that my FNAF restaurant was gone. It was destroyed. That was ES2 when I had like a really shitty version of it. When I mean shitty, I mean horrible. So, ES2, I did a rollback command. I couldn't stop it. It destroyed the plot back to at least the third day we were on, which the mansion was finished, and only one other thing was built. The roadways. I'm sorry for revealing this so late, Sonic, but it was me who did the rollback command. It wasn't an admin. It was me. I was pissed. I didn't know what I was doing. Sorry. But after a while, DeadX had a reset again. So, well, DeadX, that plot had died, so Sonic got a new one. There was a maximum of 2 plots allowed. So that was the EagleSonic 3 created. It was about half finished when other servers started buying the DeadX IP. This was around our 2nd year anniversary. DeadX had died, become another server, and then terror struck when it was bought again, just more recently, to something called Paradise Network. And our 3rd or 4th year anniversary is slowly approaching. It's going to be a while until it hits, but when it hits, I'm going to be proud at the fact that it's been 3, maybe 4 years of us being friends and of EagleSonic being a thing. Brian has given up on EagleSonic. I've half given up on it. Sonic will never let go of the spirit. But I've moved on to other friends. I have other things I can do with my life. I'm a streamer on Overwatch now. I stream Overwatch almost any day I can. Brian's addicted to playing Gmod, Rocket League, stuff like that. And Sonic, I don't know what he does in his off time. But we all do different things now. I play a lot more often with Julie and Lucas if I can. But the sad story is EagleSonic is dying. 3rd year, 4th year anniversary is slowly approaching. And it's probably going to be the last year EagleSonic exists. We have not finished it. We are not opening it. Bri does not think anyone's going to come in. Bri doesn't think anyone's going to follow the rules. Bri doesn't think positively towards that plot. We have barely finished one of our last buildings we were planning to put on. The outside has been finished. The main doorway has been finished, including the mascot face on the outside. But we're missing one last thing, and that is the complete inside and the roof. We're missing all of that. Now, in my most recent recordings, the building of Chen Notch things, you'll see the main mascot. It was originally supposed to be a Chuck E. Cheese. Then they changed it to something more original that they wanted to do, which was Chen. Now, Chen is like a religious thing towards Brian. I've really given up on it. Sonic has given up on it, but we still act like we have it in our hearts. But Chen's kind of a dumb god. Now me, I don't go by gods anymore. I just go by the 5 voices I have in my head. Me, and others that I won't name. Because if I name them, I don't know what I'm going to say. But thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this like 20-minute video with me just rambling on about EagleSonic and stuff, please like, maybe favorite if you want. I don't really care about it. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah. This is James signing off. See you all later. Peace.